Alright, so this is a Tops B.O.B. Brothers of Bushcraft. I just wanted to show this off in more of a not outdoors setting. For what reason? I have no clue. But show it off, talk a little bit about it so far, our experience with this, because we've not had it for all too long. We've used the ferro rod. The ferro rod does fairly well with this knife. Or shall I say, it fits great with the sheath. It doesn't do too well with the knife. It's got this spot where you can scrape along because, look, I almost lost it. I don't want to set the whole house on fire necessarily, but it doesn't strike very well. Even on the back side, because of the coating, even on the back side, it doesn't matter if I'm pulling or pushing, it doesn't matter, it doesn't work well. I've tried it with a couple other knives and had no problems, started a fire no problem, and I barely even got the stuff off this. The ferro rod does great. The sheath is nice to have that there. I probably won't use this ferro rod too much because I love the idea of having it all in one little package like that. The knife, I like the feel of it. It feels pretty good. Probably, I mean, it's real bushcrafty. I would have maybe preferred an inch longer, I guess. Maybe we could say, so I get a little bit more chopping out of it. It is full tang. It has decent grip right there. That like jumping part there is like nice and tight. This guard, maybe I would have said could come up a little bit further, but it does a decent job of holding. As far as the blade goes, this thing is still sharp. It's made in the USA. It's a Tops knife. I'll tell you what, it's a little bit on the pricier side, but sometimes you really do get what you pay for. And this has been a quality piece. I mean, the sheath holds up. Got a nice spring to that belt clip right there, and it turns, so you could wear something horizontal if you wanted, no problem. So far I have done batoning, which maybe you shouldn't always do with knives. They say it messes them up. I have had not a problem with this blade. I mean, not a problem at all. I have cut meat with it. I've cut walnut with it. I've cut pine with it. I've cut oak with it. Does just fine doing full feather sticking. I've stabbed it into stuff. You've seen on some shorts videos. Stabbed it into stuff. I've pulled across. It does everything you want it to. We made notches in some stuff just to see if I could get two pieces to sit real good and it would make a real nice notch. But when I peeled the stuff up, the bark and a bit of the wood, and got it to where I could notch it, I just pulled out, cut down. It made a perfect spot for a notch. You know, you'd hook two pieces together. I mean, it worked perfect. Every little thing I've tried to do with it, it's worked out great. And just carrying it around gives me a bit of confidence that I've got a decent piece with me. I really like this piece. Just a ferro rod. I'm debating on even taking this down and maybe getting some of that rest somewhere on there. Maybe even, I don't know. I know I got to take that coating off is what I'm thinking, so I'll have a better time striking. But overall, man, it fits in your hand real good. It does everything you need for a bushcraft survival knife. You can chop with it. It's just not, it doesn't have that leverage. It doesn't, you know, it's not a chopper. It's a bushcraft knife. And it's not a budget bushcraft knife. It's actually a very nice, high quality piece. And it's high carbon. I want to say it was a 5.3 inch blade or something like that. You can't go too wrong, in my opinion, with a knife like this. It's just a decent quality piece. That's all I pretty much wanted to say about it, but it's, I mean, the Mercado handles, you really feel like you got something. You got something there. You're holding on to something. It's not like a thin little something. You know you're going to cut something with it if you had to cut. I've cut rope with it. I've cut, actually I cut a couple boxes just for why not. Yeah, whatever. It was a knife I had on me. Of course, I always have a TDI knife on me. Might as well show it off real quick. always have my TDI, but that's for a whole different use. That is not exactly it's more of an EDC compared to a bushcraft or survival knife like this. Let me know what you think down in the comments. It's probably my most expensive knife currently, but it's a good buy, I feel like. I'll try to leave a link for it down in the description. I don't know if I can even get a link for that thing, but wow, yeah. I don't know what to say about that. Let me know what you think down in the description. Thank you for watching. First time here. Subscribe. We do a bunch of knife stuff. We're trying to do more knife stuff, and we're just getting started, I think. So, yeah. Have a good day.